like in the means in which
Keep an eye on grants availability.
I'm sorry?
Keeping an eye on.
We do keep an eye on the grants that we, like, and one of the things Mimi's bringing up is grants that aren't traditionally offered just routinely through the public eye. Like when she says a grant search engine, that's a whole different specter.
Right.
Which there'll be other steps, like when she talks about 501c3, because obviously currently we have the foundation, which I understand what you're pointing out, but that is our arm currently. As far as other grants, most of the state grants that we would normally watch and try to submit for have been put on hold at this time. We did start looking at and are working towards a ComEd restoration, a restoration grant that comes out once a year, in which it's a little bit competitive right now because it's for certain areas near right-of-ways that we can restore to natural prairie.
Gotcha.
So things of that nature, yes.
What about federal grants and so forth? Yeah,
right now, because of the states holding up some of them, they're administered through the state. So like use the ITEP grant, the one that we received that we're doing the south part of the DuPage River Trail. They're not accepting anything right now because the state would administer that federal grant.
Okay.
So we're kind of at a standstill
So
by the condition of the state right now.
Gotcha.
But we do watch for like some of them, and that's one of the things, as we were looking at the presentation, that does hinder us a little bit, is because some of these things that we have coming up, when we have a $400,000 park improvement, that would have been something we could have tried to put through OSLAD for a 50-50 match, or other aspects like that, but right now those don't exist.
Historically, we used to get a lot of OSLAD grants, a lot, and that's in limbo.
One of the biggest hurdles, I believe, when talking to the Commissioner Polling, would be the 501c3 aspect, because one of the things most grants require is that, and currently as the park district, we're not that.
Right, well, yes, most of them, not most of them, but many of them.
Well, anytime you're going through like a foundation grant or anything like that, it would be a 501c3 awardee. One of the things that, and I talked to one of the presenters after Commissioner Polling, is they're dealing with, it's a special recreation, so they're by nature, special recreations are 501c3s. So their perspective is a little bit different than us as the park district, because they have a little bit more availability. But I'm not saying things here are impossible, we would just have to determine what mechanism we want to move forward with it and how much we want to invest into it.
Also, what about responsibilities of park sponsorships and so forth, keep them, corporations and so forth out there?
We have continued to go through that. One of the things, and I'm not trying to make excuses, but one of the hurdles is, what do we have to sponsor sometimes? It's, we get a lot of, and actually Corinne just walked in the room today, she was just at the township meeting, actually, and we secured $1,000 for the fireworks display.
Okay.
We do go to the retreat, we try to continue our relationship. What we're seeing a lot right now is we're getting a lot of repeat. If you were already a sponsor of us or advertiser, it seems to be repetitive, we're on your cycle. New sponsorship and new advertisements have been a little bit more challenging. We've been trying, we've made contact with the mall, we've made contact with Edwards, and I think with Edwards we secured $1,000 going towards next year's
What about
grant.
bigger corporations?
But when you talk about bigger corporations, they want something big to put their name on. Like you talk about how Edwards put their name on the Romeoville facility, or how you see the Y or Inwood has presence on their facility. They want something a little bit more tangible.
Do we have something like that to offer? I'm sorry, can we make it an offer?
That's
Possibilities.
and that's the direction that we kind of have to decide. But right now, what we're offering, what we're really trying to put out there is our successful programs, our core programs, to try to tie larger sponsors to as we move forward.
Sure.
Thank you. My report, I enjoyed the Soaring to New Heights conference, and I recommend for the board members that have never attended, it's really worthwhile. You learn a lot, and I encourage everyone to consider that next year. Thursday, I attended a class called Maximizing Your Leadership, which basically went into phases of leadership and effective strategies. Friday, I went to Boardmanship Essentials Parts 1 and 2, which got into commissioner behavior, what is expected of a commissioner, what a commissioner shouldn't be doing, things of that nature. I also attended Highly Effective Boards, and that really got into best board practices. As a group, the Plainfield Park District attended the IAPD IPRA Annual Awards Luncheon, and at that event, state legislators are encouraged to attend, and this year, our local Senator Jennifer Bertino-Tarrant joined the Plainfield Park District in support of our park district at this event. And there were quite a few legislators from all over the state at this event, so that was nice for her to show her support to Parks and Rec. And then the expo is also educational, so again, if you ever get a chance to go, you learn a lot about what's out there and what materials and different things, companies and services that are available to parks. Saturday, I attended Park Board Wars, which was kind of interesting to hear that there are issues in other park districts with board members not always agreeing, and the best ways to come to some sort of agreement and understanding of each other to be a more effective board for the community that we serve. Then from there, I transferred into the legal track and attended a class called What Commissioners Need to Know About Employment Litigation. And they just kind of went over an overview of recent litigation cases that impact public employers, different ways that public employers can get in trouble, and the different lawsuits that have been out there trending. And then the rapidly evolving law of employee protected activities. And that was kind of interesting because it was an overview of employee actions that for most people might seem like something that you shouldn't do, but they're protected by law, believe it or not, in some of these cases. So it was really interesting, and I'm looking at you because you probably are well-versed in some of that stuff. So that was a very interesting and eye-opening class. And then, of course, it ended with the IAPD annual business meeting. So again, like I said, if you can go next year, I highly encourage you to do so. So that's all I had for my report. Now, the next thing on the agenda is commissioner comments. Commissioner Ayers, did you have anything?
No, thank you.
Commissioner Hurtado?
Yes, I want to congratulate you and Commissioner Pauling for the award you guys received and the achievement you have achieved.
Thank you. Commissioner Casma?
No.
Commissioner Newton?
No.
Commissioner Pauling?
No.
Commissioner Steines?
No.
Okay. For me, congratulations to our marketing for Scout the Fox in the Park program for winning 3rd place. That was nice. And I also, bringing up the award, I also encourage all of you to participate in the board member development program that Amy and I went into, because everything you do earns BDUs, being on a committee, attending the committee meetings, attending these meetings, everything you do, it counts towards those points, and everyone here could
You
certainly.
got your 700 points in just 2 years?
It
It's
was
incredible. That's
There was a lot going
incredible.
on. If you look at the time frame, there was a lot going on. Otherwise, that wouldn't have happened, I don't think. So that's all I have. Sure.
And once again, just tagging on what Mary just said, if you're interested in doing the BDU program, please see Wendy. She'll be happy to get you guys all set up and get it all squared away. And additionally, everyone should have received their statement of economic interests. If anybody needs, they're looking for us to, Wendy files all of ours together at one time. You're more than welcome to drop them off with Wendy, and she can file yours when she files all of ours as well.
I got one county, but not Will.
Right,
I
I only
got
got
one county so
Kendall.
far.
Okay.
Right, I only got Kendall,
Yeah.
right,
Okay.
but not Will. So we're all on the same page that way,
Okay.
okay. So none of them are missing yet. Okay, seeking a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, a motion was made by Commissioner Hurtado and seconded by Commissioner Steines at 7:12 p.m.
All in favor?
Aye.
Nays? Adjourned.